you are blessed by knowing this. So take that blessing, and don't take it from me. Take it from yourself, because you have to heal yourself in order to take the next step on the blessing. Because you're there, but unless we go through the door, we're going to keep saying, I'm there. I'm here. Yeah, walk through it. We got to walk through it now, Mom. Now we got to take the next step. We got to heal. And the more you heal yourself, the more you can be blessing to others. And there's somebody who's, I don't want to say waiting, but there's somebody who's, you're their opportunity. So be yours. And when you be yours, you can become somebody else's. And it's such a good feeling. Like now that we're on our journey, me and the missus, doing the podcast, our finances take care of itself. Like, it's insane how we're financially able to move from Oregon to Texas with COVID. It's just, you couldn't, if we told people our finances and how much money we have, they're like, that's impossible. How'd that happen? I was like, because we didn't buy it with money. We bought it with our vibration. Because I changed myself, and then my reality changed. I didn't go say I'm running from Oregon. No. I said I'm creating something in Texas. I'm not running from anything anymore. I love everything about my whole creation, because the creator and the creation are one.
That's right. That's beautiful.
One I am.
It's a wonderful testimony. That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect segue, unless you want to.
No, I think it's a good segue.
God's source, I am, has spoken to me loud and clear, and I know my mission. I have nothing that has perfected this perfection, so I will give you all that I have. Let there be light. Do you have anything to write with right now? Wonderful. Do this for me. When I say let there be light, write down any words in every word that comes to you that resonates with let there be light. So whether that be love, joy, like whatever word it is. So I was taking a shower the other day, it's about 2 days ago, and I had this huge download, and it said, let there be light. And I said, yes. And then more information came, and I said, okay, what does let there be light mean? And it says, the word. And I was like, the word. And then it hit me and said, what if there's no such thing as the Bible other than let there be light? What if you open up the book and it just said, let there be light? And then it said the end. What would you do with your life? I said, I'd be the light. And then my higher self said, what is left to do? What is left to understand? I said, nothing. And then I just had this huge explosion of energy, and I saw the light. Oh my goodness. And then this information came to me, and it said, do what they taught you in acting school. And so I turned my back to the shower, and I let the shower run down my crown chakra. And that water was light. And the light, the Christ conscious light, was going into me. And then I went down and I'll stand up so you can see exactly how I did it. So in acting school, they teach you to have a neutral body, so you can be any character you want. So you have to release. It's basically the same thing we're doing in life. Release all the old characters. Be that first character, that neutral character, that Christ conscious character. So I'm letting the water run down. And then I just feel the anointing to start doing this. And while I'm doing this, I'm envisioning my Christ oil being activated down here in my root chakra. And then when I hit the bottom, I just activate it. And I can feel the energy going down all the way up through and just boom. And that's when I had my fountain of, the movie we were talking about, the fountain of life, or whatever it's called. I had that. And then some told me, he said, just play it, just bask in it. So then I just sat down and let the water run on me. And I just saw all these lights, and I was just like, I'm what I am right now. I'm one. I'm in that energy field. And then I had the idea to close my eyes, and then I could see the macro. When my eyes were closed, but I didn't have my hand over, I could see the macro. And then when I closed it, I could see the micro, the small. And it was the same thing. I could see the fractal. And I was like, oh, we're living a fractal. Now I can see the science and the spirituality connect in one. And it was just so beautiful. And that was my experience that I just really want to share with everybody.
It's amazing. That's beautiful. Absolutely, positively beautiful. You know, let there be light. That's all that ever needs to be said.
That's
And
really what I took away.
It's the word or in Hebrew and Aramaic. It's actually where we get the word aura from. Aura, your aura, that's an Aramaic word, and it means your light, but it has an aleph added on the end. So it's like the light of oneness. And aleph is a letter that means in the beginning spirit, in the beginning God. It means the mystery of the one who are of men, who the many who are one. Let's say it right. The many who are one. So when you said, let there be light, and you experienced that, you literally were experiencing the expression of the letter Aleph. And then it moves into Vav. And because Vav is in the center of the word, it's talking about your heart, and it means to connect and to be pierced. Also means to expand, connect. And then the Resh, the last letter, is one that is, it has to do, it's interesting because it has to do with the back of the head. And I was asking the Spirit about that when I first started. And I said, why does this letter have to do with the back of the head? And it's because the face is always facing towards the source of light. So whoever is turned their head towards the light, you will only see the back of their head. So this is like the diminishing of ego, right? Because they're not turning and facing you to say, look at me. They're always looking at Creator. They're always looking at the source of their existence. It's also a letter that means to raise you up from being poor and destitute so that you can see the fire that is already burning in here. Connecting to oneness on the inside that burns up anything that is of the lower animalistic nature. So think of it like your lower chakras, the things that keep you from living in this place. So when you connect all of that and you see that there's this beautiful picture of the fractals, the many that make up the one, that then connect to their heart to raise them up, as they will always be seen facing the light because they are the light. And then they enter into the aura, their energetic light body, in the fullness of the expansion of Christ consciousness because they've been sealed within that. They've been sealed as it, and they are the light. In fact, it's interesting, and then I'll let you share too, because I could keep going on. As soon as I start talking about the languages, it just flows. But there's a word that was written, and Paul wrote it. It's several times, but Paul writes it more than once. And it's the word la'orshalam, la'orshalam. And you're probably going, well, that sounds a lot like Jerusalem. Well, it is. But many people have looked and haven't understood why Paul wrote it. Why did he write it this way? Because it's supposed to be written a completely different way. Well, it has the word light. It has or in it, or. And it has a lamed in front of it, which is the concept of being taught and then teach, having the staff of authority. And then light, that I just explained to you, and then shalom, which means peace, to be completed, to be perfected, now safe in mind, body, and estate. So or shalom is a state of being, and you were experiencing that in your shower, of touching the divine within and becoming one with it through the living water and touching that Christ consciousness and being able to, we have to touch it and taste it and see it, how good it is, so that we know that which we are becoming. Because if we weren't given that gift, it would be very easy for us to walk away and to give up, right?
Fall back. The backslide.
It's because that is a spiritual gravitational pull that is continuing moving us forward into the place of the darkness, knowing that on the other side of that darkness is the full revelation and revealing of that which you described in becoming Le Orshalom, the new Jerusalem coming down. It's not a physical city, it's a people that are going to be walking in the authority of light and completion, that are going to be helping and assisting others. But in reality, we already are. We already are. It's all those things that separate us, that diminish us. through our own doing and our self-adjudication that diminishes the light that's already there.
Beautiful. Amen. That really connects with what's been on my heart of late. Right now, it's time for us of the I am frequency to unite, to
I
come
agree.
together and to start creating
Exactly.
the new world. We
Exactly.
don't have to do anything the old. Everybody else is saying it. Our job is to create the new world. 100%
Yes.
just balls to the wall with nothing holding you back. Like we already did this part. Now we're just experiencing this.
Yeah.
Just being
And
the
we've
light.
we've had to wake up to it, right? And no longer remain in our ignorance so that we can be the responsible creators. Just lost sight of it. And so now our eyes are opened because our hearts have been expanded so that we can truly see how to do it with each other. It's not about the individual anymore. It's about us together.
Yeah. Once you heal that, then you see the ocean. What is the ocean but a multitude of raindrops?
Ah!
Mm,
Oh, that just gave
mm.
me goosebumps.
Oh, me too. I'm feeling it. I'm basking in it. I'm white in the red. I'm riding the wave. Mm. And the raindrops are uniting. It's time for the multitudes, the many, to come and be the one.
That's right.
Time to be the ocean again. I
That's
am
right.
family.
That's right.
Mm.
So just to let you know, this hopefully will bless you. The
Mm.
Hebrew word for heavens is shamayim. And it's like a compound word. And we see it created the heavens and the earth and separated the waters from above, the waters below. The waters below are the chaos in the place of ignorance. The waters above are in the place of completion and tranquility. And it's
Mm-hmm.
representation of the heavens, which is shamayim. And this is the representation. It has the word water in it, mayim, but on the front has an added sheen, which means fire. Those who are of the fire, that are of the
Mm.
living water, that have
Mm.
honor, authority, and character, a mark of being distinguished, yet are unified as in one.
Mm.
Shamayim,
Mm.
set above,
That's beautiful. That's the
out of the
phoenix.
chaos.
That's the phoenix.
That's right.
The fire.
The fire
That's all.
has to come. We had to
Mm-hmm.
go through it to purify ourselves so that the water could cleanse us. Because you even take a look at science and how the particle charges of water, it always attracts itself to itself.
That's the only way it can work.
That's right. You
That is
just
the
look
only
at
way it can work.
raindrops on a windshield and you see, unless you've rain-xed it, but if you watch without having that, if you watch it, it always ends up finding itself. And again, as the fractals of living water of one unit that make up the raindrops that come into the many, we always seek to find ourselves
Oh,
here so that we can connect here.
exactly.
It's so beautiful.
We just said the same thing.